Hi guys, I'm gonna be making a Cuban flan. It's fun, it's easy, and we're gonna be doing it live together. Flans are very much welcome in holidays, actually anytime. It's gonna be delicious, it's gonna be amazing. It's super simple. Don't ever think that Cuban food is hard. It's hard if you make it hard. And I promise you, you're gonna love it. And I'm gonna tell you exactly the ingredients you need to make the Cuban flan. We are gonna have a really good and fun time. So I am back with my crazy ball. Okay, you need sugar. It's like maracas. Very important, condensed milk. So you see the flan in there. You need whole milk, just a small one. Vanilla, it's gonna be so good. And we need 5 eggs. And you need a mold. Make sure that it's kind of thick. Don't get those that are like thin. That's all you need. There you have it. So get your ingredients, get your crazy ball like me. It's gonna be so fun. Hi everybody, today we're gonna be making flan. I'm so excited to share this recipe with you guys because I feel like everywhere I go that there is like either a Cuban restaurant or Argentinian restaurant or anything, like everybody knows flan. And flan is super easy to make. It's so easy, like you can totally make it on for the holidays, for your friends. I mean, it's one of those things that it sounds hard because it tastes delicious, but it's really, really easy. So when you do anything you're not used to, like let's say you're from Japan and you want to make a Cuban flan, everything sounds like already really difficult. Like, oh, Cuban flan, what? Like that's hard. Or you only eat that in Hispanic restaurants or whatever. And the truth is that it's really not that hard. So I want you to put in your mind that it's gonna be delicious, that it's gonna be amazing, because it's super simple. All right. There are ways to cook the flan. Like growing up, I remember like my grandma would make it, it's called baño Maria, which is like you would put like a casserole and then inside, and then you would fill it up with water, and then you put the actual baking thing like this inside of it, and then the water will boil and it will cook the flan. So that's a way to cook it. Today we're gonna cook it in the oven. Because I know that you don't have the tools to do that, but you can totally cook it in the oven and it tastes delicious too. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the oven to 250, 120 Celsius. Yes, that's right, Charlotte, thank you. For those of you that live overseas that take care of degrees different. Let's do that. Bake on 250. So it starts, let's see, so it starts right away heating up, right? Always check you don't have anything cooking in the. So this is like the first thing we do, right? Let's show you. Oops, sorry. Show you every step of the way. So you go 250 right there. Oops, sorry. There we go, 250. So that's the first. Just prep the oven, make sure that it's getting hot. And let's just go over the recipe. So just to make sure that things are in place. We talked about condensed milk, very important. We talked about vanilla extract, very important. You need this little guy here. We need 5 eggs. Our 5 eggs right here, handy. And obviously we're gonna need the sugar, our maracas sugar. So that's what we're gonna need to make the flan. So let's start. All right, let's go. Oh, and we need this little guy here because we need to make the little juicy, it's called almíbar, and you make that with the sugar. So we keep this handy, something small. Let's start by opening our can of condensed milk. Oh, and we're also obviously gonna need the milk, regular milk. All right, let's start just opening it up. Ooh. So let's take the 5 eggs, 5 complete eggs in here. And let's just start with the mixing bowl. Let's go 5 full eggs. Here we go. Here we go. Here goes 1. How are you guys doing? Love your kitchen. Thank you. Thank you. It's kind of full of little flowers everywhere. It's like lovely. 2nd egg goes down. 3rd egg goes down. This is fun. I mean, when I thought of the flan, I was like, I have to do a flan because the holidays are coming up and this is the perfect dessert that you can make to anybody. And it sounds so exotic, like you made a homemade flan. This is the 4th egg. There we go. And this is the 5th egg. So you just 5 full eggs in here. Let's see. It's really cool. And then we just blend them all. Make sure that it's well blended, okay? Just like that. This is so fun. I love this whole cooking session with you guys on a Sunday. Or actually any day of the week, we can totally do this. We somehow been picking up Sundays. So make sure you mix it all really well. All right? Make sure. This is like super important. I'll show you exactly how it's all coming together. That looks yummy. Yeah, we start with the eggs. 5 eggs done. Good, good. Yeah, thank you for keeping me posted. So we go, make sure it's all blended like this. How am I doing? I'm doing great. I love cooking. Cooking is fun, and I just love technology in a way because I get to really share with you guys. 5 eggs well beaten. That's right, Michael. That's right. 5 eggs completely. So after the eggs, we're gonna take the entire can of condensed milk completely. You see, I just opened it, and we're gonna pour it right there. Like, woo! When I was little, I used to love this. This used to be my favorite part. Ah, so exciting. Trust me, you're gonna love this. The entire can. So make sure you have, like, even this, the entire thing goes down. That's why it tastes so good. It's so much sugar. Oh, the oven is ready. It's 250 now. My mom, this was my favorite part. It's just the entire thing, entire can of condensed milk all the way there. There we go. And there are other ways to, this is like the traditional flan, okay? Because later on, what you can do, how big is the can? The can is 14 ounces, 397 grams. That's the, yeah. Let's see, that's what it says in here. Is the one that is the 14 ounces can. Slowly, Michael. You guys are like going too fast. Like, nothing like a cool flan. So then you do this, make sure everything is in. And when I was little, I used to do this. And mom is like, don't do that. And she was like, so keep the can because the same measurement we're gonna do with regular milk. So good. And now we're gonna start mixing it all up, okay? Just like that. Slowly mix it all up because it's condensed milk is quite thick, right? There we go. You start, make sure it's all mixed because this is like the most important part. Slowly mixing it all up. I make condensed coconut milk. Hope it works. It's gonna certainly work. Trust me, it's gonna be delicious. Here we go. So this is the traditional, this is the entire traditional flan. But later on, we can add, once it's done, we can add some coconuts, and sometimes we can add other things. So that's it's really fun. But once you get the traditional down, then you can really create and be more creative with whatever your taste is like. I love your lights, Danay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So here we go. See? Just make sure you mix it all really well. Here we go. And then once we get the traditional out, then we can totally, totally innovate all kinds of stuff. You can put little raisins sometimes. My grandma used to put some rum. My grandma used to put rum in the flan, and you can taste it. I mean, it's amazing how grandmas can really innovate so much with that. So make sure the condensed milk is a little bit thick, but make sure it's still going, okay? Yes, rum. Yes, that's right. There we go. See, let me show you how it's looking. It's kind of like, it's thick, but it's not, you can see the condensed milk already changing the texture. Yeah, grandma's put rum everywhere. That's right. That's it. It's good. It's exciting. I mean, seriously, growing up, my grandma and great-great-grandma, like all the I feel like every time somebody turns into a grandma in Cuba, they just start adding rum everywhere into the flan, pudding, and everything. It's just insane. So okay, so this is now well mixed. Make sure that it's just like I showed you. So now with the same can, we're gonna measure regular milk and we're gonna pour it too. I'm gonna get my regular milk. All right, I just got the whole milk. Whole milk is like so good. So we're just gonna grab the same can and we're just gonna fill it up. Just the same can, because I just like to do it with the same can because it's supposed to be the same amount. Okay, just the same amount, and then you just slowly, and then you mix it up a little bit. And mix it up a little bit. I remember my grandma, she put rum in one, it's another Cuban dessert. It's delicious. It has coconuts and it has a specific thing. And she put rum, but that day she put like a lot. And usually when you put a little rum somewhere, if you're not used to it as a child, you kind of like, oh, something tastes funny, but you don't know what it is. So, but that day she was like, she went really for it. And I asked her, why does it taste like that? And everybody was just like, oh, because you kind of get used to grandma putting stuff in it. So you see, little by little, you start mixing it all up. So little. Let's see. See, completely, little by little. And then I looked at her, because I kept saying, it tastes different this time. It tastes different this time. And she looked at me, she's like, I was like, what? It's like to stop talking, stop asking. And then she's like, I just put too much rum. But she told me that in Spanish. So there we go, guys. I was like, oh, and since that day, I knew when she would put like a lot of rum into something. I would never ask again because she didn't want to be like so obvious. She's like, I just put too much rum. Shh. Oh man, I missed her. I'm just doing this because of some condensed milk is still in the bottom. So I just add it all together. Ta-da! It's gonna be fun. I mean, you guys are gonna love this. And it's so easy. It's really is. There we go. So that's what grandmas are for. They just introduce rum into your life at the age of 7 through flan. So this is the vanilla extract, okay? Vanilla, very important, very important. Okay, so here we go. This is supposed to be kind of liquidy now. It's really good. So now, before we do the vanilla, we are going to do what's called almíbar. Almíbar is like almíbar is the sugary part, like that surrounds the flan, and we're gonna put it here before we dump the mix in the for it to be cooked. But first, don't forget to keep mixing it up and make sure that it's all coming together. There's nothing more beautiful than sharing beautiful memories. When I'm here doing by myself, these flans, I think about these things with my grandma, but I never get to speak it out loud and share it. And it's one of the beautiful things about sharing something fun and exciting is that you start remembering the things that define your childhood. And my grandparents really were part of it, massive part of my childhood growing up. And food was king every day. And weekends, grandma would make something and I would help her out. And then, of course, I'm talking about back to rum. Then I started learning, how she was sneaking the rum without my mom seeing it. And it's just hilarious, really funny little thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open our sugar, and we're gonna fill it up with half a cup of sugar. All right, we're gonna do half a cup of sugar. Remember that the oven has to be on for those of you that started this a little bit later. All right. So we're gonna do half a cup of sugar. Let's see, make sure. Still more. Or maybe a little bit more than half a cup. So you have a little bit more, just a little bit more, not much. There we go. That's half a cup, right? Yes. Let's see. Yeah, it is half a cup. All right, so I'll show you exactly what I'm gonna do. Just turn you this way. Very sweet ingredients. Yes, they are very sweet. Everything here with flan, it's very sweet. So that's a good idea. Let me put some music. All right, so we're gonna grab this little thing and we're gonna put the entire right there. It's a lot of sugar. All right, so then you put it like right here. And then let's just make the almíbar. There we go. Let's not put a medium because it gets really hot. And then if it gets really hot, really fast, it might not cook itself, the sugar I mean. So let's just leave it like that. And while this is cooking, I'm gonna turn it here. And we're gonna put a little teaspoon of vanilla to the flan, to the mixing of the flan. So you just grab one of these guys, little one. And this is like really strong. I always love the smell of vanilla. So you just do this. Just a little, like, just an entire thing. And you just do this guy here like this. Yeah, turn on the pan. Yes, please. Yeah, turn on the pan and just let the sugar cook. So now you mix the vanilla with this. Just like that. Just mix it all up. Can you see how it's coming together? Oh, Mark Anthony's in the house. Oh, I love you guys. I love how Sundays are all about cooking now and everybody just shows up. I feel like everybody smells the food somehow. It's cool. It's cool. I love it. So yeah, you start mixing it up. And with the same spoon, let's just move the sugar a little bit. Turn it all on. At the beginning, it will be like, what the hell? But it will start melting. The sugar will start melting. Let's see. It's gonna melt. And then the melted sugar, once it starts melting, I'll show you. Have this handy, okay? Because then we're gonna pour it here. Make sure that it's all perfectly covered in melted sugar. And then we put the mix in here. And that's, and then from here, it goes straight to the oven. Make sure your oven is right now 250 degrees. And it will be in the oven, it should be in the oven for like 45 minutes. And don't forget this part. Once it's in the oven for 45 minutes, and after it's done for 45 minutes, you take a knife and then you just like put it through it. And once it's clean, once you take the knife out and it's clean, that means that the flan is done. It's ready. All right. If it's still, when it comes out, if it's still kind of moisty, like the knife comes out moisty, it's not done yet. So that means that it needs a little bit more heat. All right. How are you guys doing? How is everybody hanging in there? Are you guys loving the flan? It's just a perfect day to make something sweet and delicious for your families, for your friends to share, something to celebrate. It's just really awesome. How is everybody? How is everybody hanging? Are you guys following? Tell me yes, no. My sugar looks like caramel. Yes, that is exactly it. It's supposed to be the caramel of the flan. That's what it is. It's supposed to start melting, and then the caramel, you just pour it. If for those of you that is already, mine is not caramel yet, you just pour it here and make sure that it's all covered, okay? And be careful because it's hot, of course. How is everybody? How is everybody hanging in there? My wonderful Mama Marine is sweet and delicious. Yes, following. Oh, you guys are following, all good? Are we following this whole thing? Is it all happening? Great here. Good, Donna. That's good. So make sure you always follow that. Don't let it set too much, okay? Because remember that it has condensed milk, and condensed milk, it's thick. It's un flan? Yes, it is a flan. We're making a flan. You guys are going to be so addicted to this. Oh my God, it's so addictive. It's like, let me show you how it's kind of like doing. Oh, my sugar is so starting to melt now. Let me put some fun music. Okay. Let's see. All right. There we go. Of course, there's a commercial coming up. You know, flan is my second favorite dessert. Yes! So now you're learning how to make it. This is awesome. I'm so glad I picked this. Your sugar should start to melt. Is it starting to melt a little bit? I'll show you. Mine's You're supposed to start to melt right here. There we go. See, it starts like melt a little bit. There we go. And then let me show you. How is this? It's all coming together. It's supposed to be liquidy, but not so much, you see? There we go. Yeah, not melting yet. Just put it in half a little bit. So, and see if it's supposed to start doing this little bubbly things. There we go. It takes a little bit. There we go. See that? How it starts to kind of like... There we go. See how it starts to break? Let me show you with the light. Starts to break, and then it will eventually turn into caramel, and that will be the caramel of your flan. So let me have this guy little handy here. Have it handy so you don't have to carry this anywhere. Starting to melt. That's good. That's good. Yeah, you just need a little bit of it needs a little bit of time. It's part of the time that we need for the flan. All right. Just keep moving it around so it starts to melt. Oh, mine's starting to melt, which is good. There we go. Now you're officially making caramel for the flan. Oh, this is so cool. Let me show you. Now it's coming together. Here we go. See? It's starting to melt. See? This is caramel for the flan. Yes. People are asking, what am I doing? I'm making flan, which is like the most light dessert. There we go. See? Starts to get thick, right? Make sure that it's completely liquidy by the time you put it in your little pan where you're gonna put the flan, the mixing. There we go. Just little by little, keep moving it. I love flan, but it's a lot of work. Not really. There we go. Now it's going into the... Make sure that it's all liquidy before you put it in your pan in your mold, actually, for the flan. Make sure it's all liquidy. Yes, there we go. Now it's kind of coming together. It's dissolving. Yes, it is. Yeah, the caramel starts smelling really good. See, it's coming together. There we go. It takes a bit, but that's all it's turns a little bit dark. Little pieces still there. You can see it. There we go. More little pieces there. So let me just here we go. Okay, mine is liquidy now. So all right, so what you do is, like you see, it's liquidy. So you just right away pour it right here. There we go. Ooh, smells. It's already smelling, huh? There we go. Make sure that it's all down. And make sure you do this. Be careful because it's hot. Make sure you like... There we go. So there's your made. It's official. You already made the caramel for your flan. Make sure this is closed. And I'll show you very slowly. So it hardens fast. Yes, indeed it does. So we have to move quickly for now. So very slowly. Let's see. Can you see what I'm doing? Very slowly and slowly we put their flan on top of it. Whole thing, all the entire bowl right here. Right there. Right away, we put it in the oven so the caramel stays melting. Oven has to be 250. So we go in right here. Take the whole thing just in case. Let me see, is it hot? No, it's not bad. So just take the whole thing and put it in the oven. Slowly. Ta-da! We made the flan. It's officially cooking right now. Started to cook and it's gonna be amazing and delicious. I promise you that. 45 minutes counting right now. And don't cover it. A lot of people make mistakes to cover it. Don't cover it. It's supposed to be just like that. And yeah, it's official. You made it. Make sure your things are kind of together. Oh, right away put when you made the caramel, put it in water because it gets really, really hard really quickly. So make sure you put it in water so it doesn't get hard because it's sugar and it turns into caramel. So that's kind of like what the whole flan is about. But let me tell you some ways that you can also do it. So you can put rum in it. Rum. I chose vanilla because that's the traditional. You can also add coconuts, like those little sprinkle of coconut, like dry coconut. You can totally do that. You can do the caramel, put coconut in the bottom, right? And then add the mixing to it. So that's delicious too, because once it's done, you turn it around and then you will have the coconut in the top. And that is like, so good. So you can also do the version with coconut. You can also put raisins. Raisins and rum is really good. And the whole flan, delicious. So the way you do it is you do the mixing and all that, and towards the end you put the raisins so they don't get fat. They stay like really thick. And then you do the caramel and the mixing, raisins, boom, amazing. Another version that you can do is that you can also put a little the skin of an orange. It's also amazing for the flan. You put little pieces of skin of an orange in the around the mixing, and it's like very good, really, really, really good. It just gives a taste of orangey to the flan. So those are kind of ways to to make it and cook it, that it's still the base, but it has you pick and choose which one is like which way you would like to go. Depends on the taste, you know, for the holidays, for the summer. But I wanted to teach you the traditional one. I wanted to teach you the one that it's like the one that is the most known, and the one that most people kind of know how to cook. So that was it. I don't know if you guys smell it, but it's still smelling really, really good. And the other thing I wanted to let you guys know also is flan. It's really interesting with flan, because flan is like the most traditional dessert in Cuba, but in other countries, the same dessert, it has different names. Like, for example, in Venezuela, it's called quesillo, which is like cheese. Quesillo. It's like very strange. Like, I went to the store and I went to the restaurant. I wanted to get flan, and I was like, how come there's no flan? Oh, that's called quesillo. And I was like, that I would never picture that or figure that out. And how do you call flan do you guys call it flan in Argentina too? I know Christina is here. A flan is a pie in France. Oh, look at that. In Panama is flan. Oh, okay. So they call it flan in other places too. Quesillo is in Venezuela. That's right. Yeah. I don't know how you call flan in Brazil or Argentina. But it's interesting how in other countries, flan, it's the same dessert. So I'm always very curious as to why it's called different things, which is the same dessert. It's the absolute same dessert. So what else I wanted to tell you guys about flan, just in case you're in another country, you know that we're making quesillo, we're making the same dessert. In Argentina es igual. Oh, Argentina, they call it flan too. In Nigeria, it's flan too. Flan here in Brazil is pudim. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. In Cuba, pudim is with bread. It's with bread. How is your flan doing? How is everybody? How is it going with the flan? It does smell amazing. Wow. It does, right? Mine starts smelling really good. It's really, really good. Yes, and don't forget what I said. Wait until the flan cools down. Wait until it is cold before you flip it. And once you flip it, put it in the refrigerator, so it gets really, really, like, it just kind of like gets like yummy. Don't forget to take pictures, videos, or whatever you have. I would love to see how it turned out. It's like really, really, really exciting, and I will do the same. I'm just so happy that I got to share this really exciting new recipe for your garden. You have to remember, treat your life like a garden. The more you have things to do, you can share with others. That's what life is about. Life is about, you know, enjoying, sharing, having fun, and nurturing what's good in your life. And making a flan, it's something that I wanted to pass on as a celebration of love and sweets. And now the holidays are coming. You have something to be creative and put a little rum. I promise you, it's gonna be really, really, really good. And so enjoy. Take pictures, please. Send me videos. I love to see what you've got, and I will show you mine too. All right. Sending you guys a big kiss on this beautiful Sunday, and I'm looking forward to your flan, and I hope you enjoy. Besos a todos, and enjoy tonight's show. Besos a todos. All right.